Have you ever wondered why some leads takes months or even years to convert while others are ready to buy on the spot? The truth is that not all leads are created equal. As a marketer, your mission is to meet people where they are at in their buying journey. Every person travels a unique path, and your job is to guide them further along. So this is the key to understanding how your marketing channels and tactics are going to work and what the intended goal for each of these channels to getting someone to be your customer. So how do you keep them moving forward? Let's break it down into these levels. Number 1, understanding the stages of awareness. Eugene Schwartz broke this down in his book Breakthrough Advertising way back in 1966, where he broke down the prospect's awareness into 5 stages. This is what it looks like. So first, you have the most aware. They're motivated to solve the problem and they believe your type of solution or product is the best. Maybe they just need to verify or have a little bit of a nudge to get started. Your prospect knows your product and only needs to know the offer. Then you have number 2, product aware. So they are motivated to solve the problem and aware of your product, but aren't quite sure which solution is best. Your prospect knows what you sell, but isn't quite sure if it's right for them. Number 3 is solution aware. So they are aware solutions exist, but aren't aware of your product or if it's a solution to their problem. Your prospect knows the results they want, but not that your product provides it. So this is where things like content marketing comes in, where you provide value and educate them, where you want to have them on your email list and capture their information somehow to get them to basically somehow communicate to them. High education, low offers, 80% value, 20% pitch. Next up on the table, number 4, problem aware. So they are experiencing the problem, but aren't aware that solutions exist. These people do not know or trust you yet. This is where you show there are solutions out there to this problem and that you are one of those solutions. This is where you want to appear on places where they are searching, for example, like Google, YouTube, communities, and so on and so forth. And lastly on the table is completely unaware. So they are not experiencing the problem your product solves or are not aware that there is a problem, even if there is one. This is where you align the pain and poke the bear a little, asking them if they have this X problem that becomes important enough for them to explore their problem. So with all those 5 stages of awareness, not only do you need to implement all the right channels, you also need to be at the right places for the right purposes. You see, different tactics and different channels serve different purposes. For example, using cold ads, where you introduce the problem and ask if they have it, whereas with retargeting ads, it's focused on the most aware and product aware, where you're just trying to nudge them a little to explore your offer. So those are the 5 levels of awareness. Those are the reasons why you need to have this, because you can't sell to everyone the same way. Each channel requires different strategies and tactics to cater to the stages of awareness a prospective customer is in. So with that said, this leads to number 2, the customer journey. So to move someone from completely unaware to the most aware is a process called the customer journey. As you can see here, the vast majority of purchases are actually a combination of many different steps before the purchase. So over time, with the right touch points, you can deliver the right experiences at the right time to actually encourage and facilitate a sale. Often, when people make a purchase, they don't realize the effort you've put in beforehand. Of course they don't. So then they realize they have a problem, revisit your content and website, and suddenly they see things differently. They have a new perspective, a different frame of mind. They see things through a new lens. Essentially, you can reverse engineer what the customer journey to your product or service looks like by quite literally mapping it out. You identify all the things they need to go through to learn and do before they are ready to accept an offer from you. It's going to look completely different for each business, but the goal is to figure out the key stages of the customer journey using the 5 stages of awareness. Determine the objectives for each of these stages. What are the customers aiming to accomplish at each stage? Are they seeking to understand the problem better, exploring potential solutions, or discovering an offer that meets their needs? Another point is that you need to identify the touch points you can utilize to assist them to reach their goals at each stage, ultimately guiding them to the final stages where they are fully aware and ready for an offer. So this now leads to number 3, understanding the total addressable market. This chart displays how advanced the market is and how competitive it is. First, you have the red ocean. This is where the waters are bloody from the competition. You reach people through demand capture, where they already know they have a problem and are on sites like Google looking for solutions. So the bad side of this market is that the growth is stagnant, as there are so many people searching for things daily on Google. Then you have the orange ocean. This is where people are problem aware and are also solution aware. This is the market where you need to somewhat plead or beg for attention. There are already levels of competition out there. So what works well here is that you have claims and that you have evidence and proof to back them. This is where you can use a combination of both social ads and Google ads. Then we have the blue ocean. So these are uncontested waters where this segment of the market is unconsciously unaware and consciously aware. So they present massive opportunities to grow a company. However, they also present the greatest level of skills to effectively market to this audience, where you need to really tell them stories that then show them and walk them through that journey that gets them to buy. So as we covered before, you need an incredible amount of skill to communicate messages to people who are completely unaware, take them down your funnel and turn them into customers at scale. This then leads to number 4, the larger market formula. So this is what it looks like. You see, in any given market, only around 3% are ready to buy right now. Many focus too much on the 3%, when in reality, it's the 97% of the prospects who aren't looking to buy right now are the much more valuable market. So when someone isn't informed or knowledgeable on a subject, they are in a state of uncertainty. The more they know, the more likely they are ready to buy. If you're the one educating them, you're also making sure when they hit that buy now stage, they'll be likely to buy from you. So you're changing the dynamics and psychology of the relationship between the business and the potential customer. The key is to install a system that 1, attracts, 2, educates, 3, nurtures, and 4, gets them to act. When you have a system that takes cold traffic and warms it up, you're only talking to interested people, not time wasters. You're no longer spending hours trying to educate. Your systems, not you, are doing the grunt work in educating your audience, following them up, and delivering content that educates. And when they reach out to you, you'll know that they will be pre-qualified, ready, willing, and be able to do business with you. So what you want to do is educate your market so they know more about the process of solving their problem, and they are empowered to make a better buying decision using a high value content offer. Examples of how to attract, educate, and nurture them that worked for me are mini courses, communities, how-to guides, cheat sheets, live workshops. So I will also take frequently asked questions and turn them into assets that nurture prospects on autopilot as well. So this worked because at the same time as giving them information, you're also moving them up in the pyramid, positioning your solution as the obvious choice, and provide them with an offer. If you can skillfully move people up that pyramid, you can shift many of that 97% of prospects from not buying right now or not even thinking about it to become your potential customer. You want to reach people before they even know they are ready to buy through your sales funnel, shifting a prospect up each stage of the pyramid over a period of weeks or months. And lastly, this leads to my final point, knowing what makes someone a qualified customer. So there's a lot of talk out there about qualifying leads, right? Demographics, firmographics, buying signs, MQLs versus SQLs versus SALs versus PQLs. What the hell? It's mostly useless. The real qualifier is a state of being. Try keep this in mind when experimenting with channels, because you can easily overcomplicate things trying to figure out the level of quality of leads you're getting. There's only really 5 things that really make someone qualified. Is they have a problem. Without a problem, there's nothing to solve. 2 is that they are aware of a problem, so they are acknowledging that there is an issue and willing to solve it, and willing to admit that there is an issue. 3 is being actively looking for a solution, so they are dissatisfied with the current state and looking to take action to find a solution. 4 is they assembled a solution out of parts, so they have tried to solve the problem themselves in some kind of way. And lastly, has acquired a budget, so they have the means to invest for a solution for the problem. So all 5 of these points have to be present in order for someone to be ready to buy your solution or product on the spot, aka qualified. Your job through channels is to help customers acquire these factors if they are missing any, as well as find the ones that already possess all 5 of these factors with a message that addresses their current needs. So that's it, that's today's video. I appreciate you making it to the end. Be sure to like, subscribe, por favor, and I'll see you in the next one.